Audie Murphy was born in Kingston, Texas on June 20th, 1924. He grew up on a farm near Greenville, Texas, and dropped out of school in the 5th grade to help support his family by plowing and picking cotton. Audie had always dreamed of joining the military, and after the attack on Pearl Harbor, he tried to enlist, but was rejected as he was underage. In June of 1942, after his 17th birthday, his sister adjusted his birth date so that he seemed to be 18, giving him the legal ability to enlist. He was turned down again, and probably laughed at by the Marines and the U.S. Army paratroopers because of his short 5.5-inch height and for being a meager 110 pounds, both of which were under the minimum weight and height requirements for the military. He eventually was accepted and sent to basic training, where he passed out during a drill. His company commander attempted to have him transferred to a cook and baker school, but Murphy insisted on becoming a combat soldier. He was accepted in, and after rigorous training he was shipped to Casablanca, Morocco, and then to Sicily. While in Italy, he was promoted to corporal for his shooting skills and contacted malaria, which he had for most of the war. Audie was then sent to southern France, and on August 15, 1944, he encountered a German machine gun crew that pretended that they were surrendering, but then shot Audie's best friend. Audie completely hulked out, killed everyone in the gun nest, and then used their weapons to kill every German soldier in a 100-yard radius, including 2 more machine gun nests and a bunch of snipers. Audie was awarded a Distinguished Service Cross, which is second only to the Medal of Honor, and made a platoon commander. On January 26, 1945, he was given the job of defending a critical region in France called the Colmar Pocket, but all he had were 19 guys and a few M10 tank destroyers. The Germans showed up with a bunch of men and a dozen tanks. Reinforcements weren't coming for a while, so Murphy and his men hid in a trench and sent their M10s to go attack. The tanks were badly damaged, but instead of giving up, the malaria-stricken Murphy ran up to a crippled M10, hopped behind the 50 caliber machine gun, and started shooting at everything in sight. By the way, I forgot to mention that the tank he was on fire and had a full tank of gas. He then got off the tank and walked back to his men as the M10 exploded behind him, probably while in slow motion, a la epic action movie. Murphy was given literally every single medal out there, and then when they ran out of medals to give him, they then doubled the ones he already had, which racked up his medal count to a total of 33 medals. After seeing Audie's photo on the cover of Life magazine, he was brought to Hollywood to be an actor. Over the next few years, he didn't see much work and became very disillusioned. But in 1949, he got his big break in the movie Bad Boy. He went on to write his autobiography, To Hell and Back, which was then made into a movie which he starred in as himself. He had parts of the story omitted so that his audience didn't think he was exaggerating the events that happened, or that he was making stuff up. For 20 years, it was the highest-grossing movie that Universal Studios made. It took a movie about a giant man-eating shark to top Audie Murphy's awesomeness. In his short career, he acted in over 44 films, and in addition to his movie career, he also became a country music songwriter. On May 28, 1971, during Memorial Day weekend, Audie Murphy was killed at age 46 when his private plane crashed in a mountain near Virginia. Although there is a tragic ending to the story, the legacy of Audie Murphy lives on. That's the history of Audie Murphy.